Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Sorry. I thought you were just making all those throat clearing noises just for the fun of it. Sorry, I didn't even look up. Okay, got my headphones on, got my microphone, didn't punch myself in the mouth with it. Day is amazing so far.
All right.
Your yellow glasses are so cool.
Thanks.
They're so cool.
It
It makes me feel like maybe I could wear glasses again sometime because those look so cool.
Try it.
When I wear my glasses, I'm always knocking them into things. Like I don't know where my face is. So I knock them into like door frames.
I know. You know what happens with these is I go to clean the cat box and they fall off my head into the cat box.
Oh, that's a real bad story.
Yeah.
Wow.
So think about it before you purchase.
I have glasses, but I only wear them in the evening when I take my contacts out. I don't drive with them because I think my depth perception is a little bit off when I wear them, and maybe they're not the right prescription anymore because they're pretty old. Yeah, I don't know.
Somebody said if you wear sunglasses when it's raining and when you're driving, that it improves your visibility. Is that possible? That sounds so crazy.
Well, like the polarized ones probably do. I don't know.
I don't
exactly remember what that means.
I guess I could try it on my driveway. Yeah, going slow on my driveway. Give a test.
I get like freaked out about, if like you're driving and there's nobody else around, you shut one eye and you don't really know which side of the line you're on anymore.
Ooh.
So I freak out like what happens if one of my contact lenses falls out when I'm driving. Oh. I guess I would just have to pull over and stop driving. That would probably be the best option.
You should have glasses
in the car,
your
just
glove
waiting.
Compartment.
Oh, they'll melt or something. It gets so hot in my car.
That's okay, but it would be okay for an emergency.
My car is about to die. For real. And John's car has been dead for the last month.
How many cars can be dead concurrently?
I'm a little freaked out right now about this because we do have to get a new car.
You always make it work.
I don't know how.
You will. You'll drive the tractor if you have to.
It wasn't such a big problem for the last month because only I was working out of the house and John had to work from home. So we kind of made it work. Even if we both had to be someplace, we figured something out. Like he would drop me off at work and just try to be back in time or whatever. But now with school having been started and I have to be at work and now John's, we got to get kids to and from school. John's about to start coaching soccer again. He's supposed to be campaigning. He's supposed to be doing all this stuff.
Wow.
No longer is one car going to be an option. So, but that's really bad because the one car that we do have is about to die. So we're about to have 0 cars when we need 2. And I just like, that's a mathematical problem.
Yeah,
that seems
I know.
very,
The logic of that just defies the imagination.
And the washing machine died yesterday, too.
Oh, that's hard.
And that's really, really, really bad. Because you know what? It's only like been 2 years since it died last time. And I'm still having post-traumatic stress disorder from the last time it died.
Did you get it from Sears?
No, we got it from the damn Restore.
Oh. You might want to get your next one.
We might want to get a new one.
From Sears because they will come and fix it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No more of these $25 washing machines that we keep installing. And they cost like, $600 to get them installed practically.
Wow.
By the time you get all the missing parts together and...
Oh, God, man.
Anyway. Okay. Sorry. Shall I introduce the show, Kristina?
Yeah, do. Yeah.
You lovely people have tuned into 11th Hour Radio. Coming to you live from
Nashville.
Vermont, not from Nashville.
Let's do a whole show.
I don't really want to go to Nashville.
Do
you? Like, if you had the option to go to Nashville, would you go?
No.
Wow, but you could really.
I hate musicians.
No,
so why would I go to Nashville?
Perform in Nashville.
No.
You could.
I don't
you
care.
Could just sort of
it's like completely
pump up
lost its allure.
Your sort of folky part of your.
No,
music.
I don't care who likes me. I'm not trying to get attention. I'm just trying
Dollywood in Nashville?
I don't know anything about it.
I kind of do want to go to Dollywood just because it sounds really neat.
I just hate all that crap.
Well,
I just
what
rather
about the Grand Ole Opry? What if you if they invited you to play at the Grand Ole Opry?
No, I want to sit under a tree and read a book. I just want to live in peace.
All right. Well, anyway, while we're living in peace, you people have tuned into 11th Hour Radio, and we come to you live every Friday at 11 from Royalton Community Radio, WFPR LP 96.5. Kristina, Stykos, and Emily Howe. What are you writing? Are you writing something mean about me?
No, I'm writing today's theme is living in peace.
I thought it was Nashville.
No, it's living in peace. We decided we went the other way.
How did my cord get this tangled up? I haven't even moved yet.
Everything is confusing today.
Oh, God. I hate the beginning of the school year. I'm sorry. I know most parents are so delighted to shift their little kids back off into school and have a rhythm and a schedule, but I hate it. I hate schedule and I hate rhythm and I hate getting up really early and making sure that my children are clean and brushed and the mud is scraped off of them and they're fed and they have suitable clothing on and they have to have their lunches packed and their homework collected.
You know what I hate? I hate having to look through Facebook on the first day of school and see everybody's pictures of everybody's children with their lunch boxes.
I almost had a crying fit because the kids were not with us on the first day of school. They were visiting their dad. But I always go down on the first day of school anyway because we are the ones that have all their school supplies and stuff. So I have to bring them their stuff because they show up with nothing. So I go down to bring them their stuff, and I always take their first day of school picture outside the school. But we got stuck behind another milk truck or something. I can't remember what had happened. We were stuck behind something, so we got there just before school started.
Oh.
And so I didn't have time to get the kids outside and take their picture. They were heading to their homerooms, and I didn't. And they were on 2 different floors, so I didn't want to drag them back out and bring them outside. So I just brought them their stuff. But then I saw everyone's first day of school pictures on Facebook. And I said, I've never not taken first day of school pictures. I got so upset. I was tearing up. And John was like, this is ridiculous. Of all the things in the world, he's like, you took a picture of them.
I know.
They just weren't together and outside the school the way that you always like to take a picture of them. And he was like, we can just fake it on a different day. On a different day, you just take their picture outside the school, okay?
You suffer so much.
But I already was suffering because their backpacks from last year, I figured they're fine. They're fine. They're going to use the same backpacks as last year. And actually, I think they're 2 years old. But they're the nice, heavy-duty, expensive LL Bean ones. And so I hauled them out. But I had noticed that we stored them in our... What? You look super restless.
I am.
I'm about to tell you a story about mold. It's about to get really exciting here.
Okay.
So anyway...
I'll tell you, if you're going to tell me a story about mold, I'm going to tell you a story about a dead mouse. So go right ahead.
All right.
This will trigger perfectly. One into the next.
So the backpacks technically should have been just fine, but they'd been stored in our laundry room, which is a moist place. Because I don't know.
You have a story like this every single week.
It's not on a foundation the way the rest of the house is. It's on a pad, and the floor gets really wet, and everything gets moldy in there, which is stupid. You'd think a laundry room would be nice and sterile, but it's not. So anyway, I get the backpacks out into the light of day, and the bottom of them is all molded. So I decide I'm going to wash the backpacks. We've got only a few remaining hours before school begins. And I wash them, and it turns out the washing machine's broken, so that didn't work. So I look up how to get... Well, I put them in, and like nothing happened. I pull them out, and there's still like hairy mold on them. I'm like, wow. That didn't even like it's not filling with water or something. Oh
God, now it's really getting exciting.
So I'm like, I look up how to deal with mold on kids' backpacks, and it says I'm supposed to, I could soak them in some white vinegar solution. So I do this, but then it's running way too late for me to like rinse them and wash them. So I just throw them straight from the white vinegar solution into the dryer, which is still functioning, and dry them.
Right.
They're dry. All seems well. I stuff the kids' books into them and bring them to school, and then I realize, as the school fills with the smell of pickles, that I probably should have rinsed the white vinegar out because the backpacks are just saturated with the smell of vinegar. And I try to explain to my kids really quick, don't worry, Mama will fix this in a couple days. Just deal with this horrible smell. Have a good first day.
God, our lives are just in parallel completely, except that instead of dealing with that kind of a smell, I was dealing with dead mouse smell.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
That little kind of gaseous smell that their little corpses give off.
Well, it's sweet. Isn't that strange?
It's a sweet gaseous.
Yeah, and it was in the upstairs bathroom off Anna's room, and I was kind of trying to ignore it. I thought maybe if I left it for long enough, it would turn into a skeleton.
Yeah, well,
right?
that is what happens.
Just like, wouldn't the maggots just take it over? And if you just ignore it for, well, that didn't happen. I think maybe
it's not a mouse, Kristina. Maybe it's something larger.
No, because
with a mouse, you've got about a 2-week window if you ignore it that long. It's pretty much gone.
I think I did for 2 weeks. I think it was going on 3. But I think
when the raccoon got wedged in the chimney at the Morrill homestead, that was real bad. I mean, that was definitely longer than 2 weeks.
Well, I
couldn't get it out.
I did find it. I just kept cleaning sort of around the area, thinking I would eventually bump into it. Yeah. And I did eventually bump into it.
That's good. So it wasn't in the wall.
No, it was in the trash, can.
Oh.
It was like a tall kitchen can.
Yep, and they fall in and they can't get out.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we have those in our wedding.
That was easy.
Happens sometimes when we don't put the lids on.
Yeah, then I had to figure out how to clean the plastic trash can. So I put borax in it.
Yep.
And water and Dawn dish detergent, which will kill everything.
Yep.
And put it outside. So it's outside now. It's in quarantine.
It's probably good. It's probably good now.
See, isn't it uncanny how similar our lives are?
Yes, it is.
I mean, we can find common ground around so many different things. And what was your personal growth moment around the events with the backpacks?
Basically, I said to myself later, why the hell did I leave all this to the last minute? Because if I hadn't, I could have dealt with this a little bit better.
Okay, so go deeper with that. Or what's like the deeper level of that? I know you can do this.
You're prompting me towards something, and I'm not sure what it is.
No, I don't actually know. I just know. No, I really don't know.
No, I just have to be more. I have to be more prepared. I have to be a Boy Scout. I have to be a little bit more on top of things, and I'm not.
That sounds like just like garden variety shaming. You're just shaming yourself now. I guess. You don't need to shame yourself.
The other thing is, it was all pointless anyway because I bought my kids brand new backpacks for their birthday, but they won't get them until tonight, so I had to send them for a couple days in the stinky ones.
But you see, I think the whole lesson here is that you need to stop shaming yourself.
All right.
Okay. So this is,
and I don't like vinegar, so it smell really bothered me more than it probably bothered other people.
If your week was truly like my week, then your belief systems are being blown apart. That's what's really going on. Okay, it's not about backpacks. It's not about vinegar. It's not even about washing machines or the first day of school. It's about shame. Got it?
I didn't want to be one of those parents that's kid was not like all clean and spiffy and crisp looking. Yes. And instead now my kids were like rank with pickles.
Yes. I feel for you. It's not that I don't have empathy for that. I know.
But you know what? My kids are always clean and crisp and nice. I can fall sometimes.
It's like that Christmas song.
What?
Deep and crisp and even. We should
Are those the words?
Yeah.
Deep and crisp and even, lightly shone the... Yeah, I guess you're right.
Old King Wenceslas. Wenceslas. On the feast of Stephen.
When the snow lay
when
round
the
about
snowball
deep and
hit
crisp
his snout,
and evening.
Deep and crisp and even.
Have a snout.
That's how it goes. when a snowball hit his snout deep and crisp and even.
Do you have the illustrated version with it's it almost being a Christmas. Crocodile or something?
It's almost Christmas. You're gonna because you're gonna be putting up your Christmas decorations any day now.
No, I have to wait until after Halloween. Yeah, then it's all
November.
Yeah, then all bets are off. All right, it comes up.
All right.
I love Christmas.
Yeah.
I love holidays. I love Christmas. Christmas is so fun. Yeah. I always feel really bad for the people. Were you and I talking about this? The people who put the Christmas tree up on Christmas Eve?
Because I did that. I
did
that a couple years ago. I didn't want to.
That's what John's parents did growing up. He said they'd go to sleep on Christmas Eve and they'd wake up Christmas morning and the Christmas tree would be all set up and everything decorated and presents. That's just like, you don't get time to enjoy the tree. I want the anticipation. I want the tree. I want the smell. I want the decorations and the happiness.
I didn't really mean to start talking about Christmas. I mean, if we're going to talk about this now, then what are we going to talk about in December?
You're right. Well, you can never talk too much about Christmas.
Well, yeah, you can actually.
You can.
No, you can.
It's so magic.
Totally, you can. But you can't talk too much about magic. If you want to talk about magic,
all right,
go ahead. What was magical this week?
Let's see. Now you put me on the spot, dang you.
I know. I'm sorry. I should have texted you earlier, and I said, think of some magical things that happened
here's something
this week.
magical. I had to take my cats in for their checkup. And one of my cats, they're brothers and they came from the same litter and we've treated them exactly the same since the second they were born. But one of my cats is very, very outgoing and snuggly and lovey and curious. And one of my cats is very nervous and scared and shy and he doesn't like strangers and he doesn't like new experiences or loud noises or whatever. So I put them into their cat carrier to take them to the vet. And the sad, scared one starts to just cry terribly, and he cries so heartbreakingly all the way to the vet. And his brother gets kind of on him and wraps both his little arms around his neck and burrows him down under his chin and just licks him in comfort. You've never seen a cat trying to comfort another cat as much as this. It was just so cute. You could just see him being I got you, buddy. It's okay.
Yeah.
It was so magic and so sweet. I
love that. That's
great. He was clearly taking really good care of him. He was holding him tight and just it was so cute.
Yeah.
It was really magic.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. To live without fear would be great.
He wasn't afraid at all, but the other one was just my life is over.
Yeah.
What is happening here?
That is my dream for humanity, to live without fear.
Everybody needs a big brother cat to comfort them.
That would help.
Yeah.
That would definitely help, I'd say. Yes.
Anyway, that was nice.
Well, that was good. That was magical. Yeah, I think...
and neither one threw up this time, so that was excellent news.
That's good.
And neither had any sign of parasites in their poo. Also magic.
Okay.
They eat a lot of mice. I'm this must be wrong. They eat mice. Isn't that how you get parasites in the first place?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know.
Anyway, tomorrow's my birthday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Happy birthday.
1,000,001.
Okay.
Basically
1.5 million. I'm writing it down because when I write you a note on Facebook, I'll make sure to indicate how old you're going to be.
It's so weird, though. You know how Facebook pops up everybody's birthdays all the time? Tons of people that I thought were older than me are younger than me.
Oh, I'm going to try to come up with some
ton of people are oh no, here comes 40. And I'm been there, done that.
Yeah. Well, just talk to older people who
are practically none.
Like me. Now you can... It's a way to make yourself feel better, feel younger, and all of that. Mm-hmm. So it's a fantastic solution for a lot of life's problems. Just hang out with older people.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, 40 was so annoying, and I don't care now at this point. I'm sure 50 will not be super fun, but at least
why wouldn't it be?
These in between ones. I don't know, 50, that's more, you're on the downslope, maybe.
Except this is all about your belief system. What are you believing? You could die tomorrow.
I know.
I could live to be 100. So
I know.
Would you would think that you'd wasted some time worrying about 50.
I totally worry. I worry about dying all the time. I probably worry about dying more than anybody that I know, I bet you. Unless I don't know how much other people worry about dying. I worry about it every single day. Do you? Like, do you think about it every single day?
Exactly.
And I hope that this whole mind over matter stuff that people are, I hope that my thinking about and worrying about dying all the time is not like hastening my own death. The way that, some people say, like,
here's the trick.
If you think it will happen.
I got a little trick for this.
That makes me even more scared because I can't stop thinking about it. What?
Want a tip?
Yes, please.
Okay, so when you're feeling that feeling of fear that creeps up into your guts and your innards, just kind of twist it a little bit towards prayerfulness. Like you'd like assume that there's some part of yourself that's in the universe that is eternal, and just say, hey, help me out here.
But it's not the same as being like out here now in this space and this body with these people. Like, it's different.
It's a feeling of lack of protection. So ask for protection.
I don't know about, maybe this is because I've thought about it so much, but I also have weird compulsions about it. Like, and I'm sure that this is just like my strange OCD personality. Occasionally, like a weird fleeting thought I'll be like taking a sip of water after I brush my teeth or something, and I'll think to myself, okay, how many sips? And I'm always trying to get myself to drink more water. So this is ridiculous. I don't know how this gets twisted around in my mind, but I'll say to myself, how many sips of water I can get down is how many more years I have left to live. So I'll try to drink a ton because it makes me drink water.
Oh.
And my brain is creepy like that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll like practically poison myself with water just to try to live longer, and it has nothing to do with anything. And it's just my exhausted compulsion.
Yeah. And it's like when you're a kid and you're walking on the sidewalk.
And you don't want to step on the cracks.
Yeah. It's the exact same thing.
Exactly
You've just sort of modernized
I was really about that when I was a kid. I was so afraid that if I stepped on a crack, something really bad would happen. Yeah. And it took a lot for like my mother to convince me that chain letters were not going to ruin my life.
Somebody just sent me one. Somebody sent me one on
so
Facebook.
Worried about all these things.
I never send them.
No, I don't either now.
And I don't have any compunction about never sending them.
But it gives me a twang when I scroll past the things that say like, if you don't share this 100 million times, your loved ones will die, or there's stupid things that come by on Facebook, and I'm like, okay, that's total BS. God is not up there in heaven or wherever, whoever is in charge of everything, saying, if people don't share this 1 million times on Facebook, I'm going to kill them. Like, that's not what they're doing. But still, it gives
That's a good description of
hearing
a chain letter.
Hearing a twang, inside your soul when you hear someone threatening you about like the safety of your loved ones or something, if you don't do something, is really... Well, I don't know.
I guess it's a practice to detach from voices.
I do find chain letters to be a form of threatening, kind of,
Yeah. I know. There's all that there
like
are.
Someone trying to add more anxiety to your life.
That's right. Yeah, there's antidotes for that.
I got plenty anxiety. I don't need any of those.
I know, but you are a living example of an antidote to that kind of fear. Actually, it's very funny because it sounds like you battle with it on a daily basis, right? You battle with it, but you are the embodiment of the antidote to that. So just ponder on that.
That's because I probably have I have too many little personalities going on here or something.
Good for you. Okay, here we go.
What are you playing?
Farther on down the line.
You just played this. You just played this like last week, I think.
No, I didn't. It started playing by accident, I think. Really? Did I? I don't think so.
Okay,
well, listen to it and you tell me. It's all Robert Bryant. Here we go.
Left a broken love in D.C., shattered dreams, unanswered whys, headed out for the hopeful heartland and those wide, wide open skies. Wandering like a pilgrim, searching for the promised land. I'm wondering about a question with the answer in my hand. Farther on down the line, love is gonna find me there. Just a little bit farther down the line, love is gonna find me there. Got my eyes upon the distance and things still yet to find. Hope for a fresh beginning is riding gently on my mind. Rolling down the highway with my doubts already gone. The dream of a new tomorrow is surely rising with the dawn. Farther on down the line, love is gonna find me there. just a little bit farther down the line. Love is gonna find me there. Just a little bit farther down the line. Love is gonna find me there. Looking back upon the memory of what has come before, perhaps the time is finally here for me to close that door. Wisdom knows the difference, courage calls the change. I'll take the path before me, the next won't seem so strange. Farther on down the line, love is gonna find me there. Just a little bit farther down the line, love is gonna find me there. Feeling kinda lonely, there's an empty space inside. The hard times now, we're drifting with the changing of the tide. Love is all around me when I feel it in my heart. The right one's bound to join me if I'm sure right from the start. Farther on down the line, love is gonna find me there. Just a little bit farther down the line, love is gonna find me there. Farther on down the line, love is gonna find me there. Just a little bit farther down the line, love is gonna find me there.
He's got a John Denver thing going on there.
He kind of does.
Yeah.
That's so cool. He's singing with his daughter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I believe that was Patrick Ross on the fiddle.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, well, I was thinking driving down here how that phrase, doing things the hard way.
Yes.
I was thinking, as if you could do, or learning things the hard way. It's such a stupid phrase because it's as if, you could do things the easy way. You can't learn. There's no, easy way. Learn it. Yeah, I learned that the easy way, right? You wouldn't say that. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Learning is about a little bit of struggle. I would say so. Yeah.
Sorry, not yawning at you.
No, it's fine. Just take a nap. Go ahead.
'Tis the season of yawns. Yeah. I'm going to be always yawning now.
Oh, because it's
winter?
Want
it's because it's winter, and I have to get up earlier now, and
yeah, we just said because it's winter. It feels like it is.
It's not winter yet.
But there's that tinge.
I'm trying to mentally prepare myself so it doesn't come as a shock.
The trees have that tinge, that yellow tinge
August.
right now.
It's August. How dare they?
Oh, it's September.
It's not September.
Well, it's almost.
It's not September.
You can say it a day ahead. You can say it is.
You can't because tomorrow is my birthday, so I'm not. And tomorrow is the 1st of September, so I'm not going to put September yet because then
you were the one that said it was winter.
You said it
I
first.
agreed with you.
No, you said because it's winter.
And you just went on like, yeah, of course, it's winter.
Well,
yeah. So I think we agree. It's winter.
Apparently, it's not fall until September 22nd. So we're jumping the gun on a couple seasons, but. Driving down my road, there are trees in full foliage in August. Isn't August supposed to be the hottest, sunniest, summeriest month of the whole year here in Vermont?
It has been.
No, it hasn't either.
Hey.
I'm freezing. I woke up freezing.
No.
I had to wear wool socks at bed last night.
It was in the 90s this week.
Yeah,
I was shoveling.
Not the whole week.
I was shoveling.
Not today.
I know it was
not
in the
last
90s.
Night. I love it when it's in the 90s. I would be so happy if it was in the 90s all the time.
I just barely get through.
I know people hate me, but I really like it hot.
Yeah.
I'm like a lizard. I'm cold-blooded. I need little hot rocks to lay on and soak up into my body.
That's nice. Now I know what to get you for your birthday.
A little lizard
hot
rock.
rocks. I'm writing a note.
I'm very intrigued by that hot rock massage thing that people do.
Yeah, that's what I should get you.
They don't cover you fully in the hot rocks, though. They just make a little line of them on your spine. What's that supposed to do?
That would feel good.
I don't know.
Anything touching you, that's
no,
nice.
When I used to go to the chiropractor, they would put a weighted blanket on you. It was heated it was like supposed to be warming up your muscles before they worked on you and your bones and stuff.
I kind of remember that.
So I lay on my stomach on this table with a hole for my head.
Yeah.
And they would put this electric blanket on me that was weighted, but it also had little, what do you call those little suction cups that they, electrode things that they stick on you. So they would stick those on all my major muscles.
Yeah.
And then they have like electroshock therapy in them. So they would zap you with them.
Right.
But then they would turn the zap down enough so you could just barely stand it. And then they would walk away and leave you like that in the room for like a half an hour just to warm up your muscles before they came in to work on you. And I was so terrified. I would lay there like, it was not relaxing because you were a little bit being electrocuted.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
I always kept thinking to myself, what happens if this thing like malfunctions and just starts to like fry me and there's no one in this room to save me. I can't really get up because I've got all these things stuck to me all over. Like it was not good. It made me very worried.
You'd have to actually break their equipment to get up.
And other people, I guess, like this experience of having these little electrodes.
You could break their equipment.
Kind of sizzling little zaps on you.
I had that once when my shoulder was repairing itself.
I had to do it like 6 times during the session, and I really didn't like it.
They actually made me cry in PT.
Yeah, they turn it up really high, and then they turn it slowly down until you can stand it. And I'm like, this is should be the other way around.
She used to push my arm so hard it would make me cry, and it was because it had adhesions in it.
It's such a primitive thing, chiropractic stuff. Like the guy would actually like put his knee on my back and then be like, "Are you ready? Are you ready?" And I'd be like, I guess, what are you going to do? And then he would just like yank, and I could feel like things popping. I mean, no, he knows where he's putting all of his pressure, but
he's trained.
It just felt like someone was snapping my neck or something.
I know, but it's better than a scalpel. It's better than somebody like cutting you open.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's still really scary.
Okay, here's a word for you. All
right.
A strange word.
Is this a spelling word?
Did you look at this already?
No, I can't see anything. I'm upside down and half asleep.
All right, here we go.
What? This is a spelling word?
Well, you could spell it. I think you'll actually probably spell this one without too much trouble, but the trick is really to say what it is. Okay, sequacious.
Oh, I've heard this word.
You have? I don't think I've heard this. I've heard sebaceous. Which has to do with your oil glands on your face, but this is sequacious.
Then I don't know. Other than maybe it's like a gooey. It's a texture. Is it a texture?
No.
Word? No, like a descriptive texture.
I don't think you'll get it because I think it's really strange. The definition is intellectually servile.
Well, I don't even know what servile means, so that's not helping.
Servile, like. Servant. A servant is servile.
What?
Servile.
That's the verb form of servant?
That's not a verb.
I mean, not a verb, sorry.
Servanting is the verb.
Right? Well, that's not a word.
I don't being think. A submissive. It's a word for submissive.
Servile is a word?
Yeah, it's a cool word, isn't it?
So intellectually servile. So you are someone's like on-demand brain? What does it mean? I don't understand.
I guess we can just read into it that's all that I came up with, so I don't know. Intellectually servile. Well, yeah, I guess it would be, you would be turning to somebody else as being your intellectual superior, and so you would be servile to them, and you would assume that everything they're saying is correct, right? You would
I guess I interpret it slightly
submit
differently.
to their brainwashing
like
of whatever.
Someone else who does all the thinking for you.
Yeah. Right. I think a lot of us are functioning in a sort of sequacious universe.
Like half of our country.
Exactly. My point.
Oh, that was your point.
Well, I led you to it.
I bow to your servitude. No.
I bow to the servitude in you. I bow.
Here comes a
Who
train.
can bow lower? Really?
Not me.
It's like when the cars, you get in Vermont when everybody lets the other person go first. But this is in the intellectual sphere, so.
Train.
I think we're going to just go into a deep meditation today. It goes.
I'm trying to alleviate my... Is anybody on the tracks? Is anybody on the tracks? Panic. All gone.
All clear.
Okay.
Wow, got through it.
You know what would be funny sometime? Is to go back through all of our shows with your amazing editing prowess.
Yeah.
And pull out every single train.
And just every single like train a half going an hour, an hour
of the
just
train and our
reactions.
Because it's pretty much the same every single week. It's like the one
With
area
a slight twist on it.
Wouldn't that be funny though?
Yeah, but that actually just
train
made me,
after train after train response.
Didn't that make you feel good? It transported you. See, that's it. It's its form of transportation, and it actually does transport you even when you're not on it. So this is the key to life.
But see, I'm paranoid, so all I think about is, gee, it would be fun to go on a train trip, but not if it derailed. That wouldn't be fun. Or, like, I don't know. You just took the worst case scenario. That's the way my brain works.
You just took a very safe ride. You took a very safe ride on the train in your imagination.
How do you know it's safe beforehand?
Because we both went there, and I could feel
anything.
We created a sense of safety and like projection into feeling of enlightenment and upliftment.
So they're already on these rails. Why don't they have little clips that keep them held to the rails, like roller coasters?
You talk like a Taurus, not a Virgo.
Well,
but I guess a Virgo is into details. But the Taurus is concerned with like what's
there's already a little rail there that they're sitting upon. So why can't they just go a step further and kind of click them into the rail so it can't derail? Can't. That would make me feel a lot better.
I think it is like that.
Well, then how do they come off the rails?
Because the rails get loose. The gravel.
So they take the rail with them? I don't think so. I think they just tip over and fall off. But if they were like, you clicked underneath the rail somehow too.
I know what to get you for your birthday. A train set.
I have a train set.
But do you have what kind of a train set?
Well, maybe we gave away my kids Thomas a train set. Maybe we did.
Yeah. And you might.
I don't want another one. Those things were pain. Those things were like those were before Legos. Yeah, but they still don't feel nice to step on.
Here's what you do.
Tell you what.
You set up the train set and you recreate the situation where the train.
Those puppies fall off all the time.
Yeah. Okay. So they crash all the time, and like Mr. Roberts said, you look for the helpers.
That's Mr. Rogers.
He
not Mr. Roberts. Is he still alive, or did he die?
He died.
He must have died because people are so too nice to him.
He died
for him to be alive.
He's so here.
I know. I loved him.
He would be testifying.
I loved his little
in
Daniel
Washington.
Tiger on the trolley.
We need him to go to Washington and say no more war.
You know what? If he was still alive, we wouldn't constantly have memes of him. That's the sad thing.
I know. We memeified
Why are we
him.
Never nice to anybody when they're alive.
Yeah, he was just some weird Canadian.
Everyone, of course, since he does things for kids, everyone, of course, just insisted he was a pedophile for the entire time he was alive. And then after he dies, everyone's like, oh, he was the nicest guy ever. That's just so jerky.
Yeah, it's jerky.
I mean, did you ever not? I mean, every 5 minutes there was something saying like, oh, Mr. Rogers, what a creepy little person he is. Have you seen him with those shoes?
Yeah, I know.
Mean. Just because people like kids doesn't mean they like kids.
I gave Mr. Rogers some space. It's Rogers, right?
Yeah.
I gave him some space. I can't say it was my favorite show, but I gave it space. I think it's cool. He can do that. Some people like that kind of thing, and I appreciate how slow it is because I like slow stuff.
I liked when they did tours of factories so you could see how everything was like taffy or toothbrushes. You could see how everything was put together. That was fascinating.
Right. What he says is great. I would read a transcript of it any day, and I would probably learn some things the easy way.
He was
nice. I just disproved my theory because actually Mr. Rogers was learning things the easy way.
Yeah.
That was not the hard way. We do need him.
We need him.
We need him. How are we going to get him back? Good Lord.
Did you have children or anything?
Life just has some conundrums.
I don't know anything about his personal life. Was he married? Did he have kids? Did he have like a big family, a little family, no family? What did he? I don't know anything.
I don't know. I just want him back.
Maybe I'll Wikipedia him later. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I found somebody who can fix everybody's Wikipedia pages.
Oh, really? I need that. Who's going to do it?
You told me just a minute, and she
will do it?
She can do it. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. We need to fix yours too, right?
Yep.
I don't have one, but
it's out of sorts.
Maybe when I'm dead, I'll have one.
I can make you one.
You can't.
You write it. I'll put it up.
Why? I don't need a Wikipedia page. I'm not Wikipedia worthy.
I would look you up.
Well, let's wait a couple years until I actually publish some more things. And then I can have a Wikipedia page.
I think you're famous.
Well, I'm not.
To me,
although you know what, this month I scored another magazine cover. I love it when I get covers, and not because of fame, but because I get paid more.
That's fantastic. I saw that the Hunt Club article.
Yeah, and they've given me the cover several times, which is nice. But I'm still fresh enough at the magazine biz that it's still super exciting every time.
Yeah, of course it is. That's great. And it's because Mars has...
No, it isn't either. No, I don't like...
It is about Mars.
Wait, is Mars the hot planet?
Ooh. You perked up about that.
I might like the hot planet.
You like the hot planet? It is red-ish.
Okay.
It's hot-ish.
What's the cold one? Is Venus cold?
Pluto might be kind of cold.
Well, Pluto's so far away.
Pluto is all about war and death and life and big stuff.
And little dogs.
So that's what Mars is about.
How come?
I'm just telling you just quickly, and then you can say how come. But first, you have to just realize that Mars is no longer going retrograde. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh, sweet.
Because it's an important thing.
You know how Pluto is Mickey Mouse's pet dog?
Yeah.
So he's a dog, right?
Sure.
We agree that Pluto is definitely Mickey Mouse's dog.
Or a god. There's not a lot of difference.
Right. I just mean in the Disney version
Spelled
of Pluto-ness.
similarly.
So he's Mickey's dog, and he can't talk, and he lives in a doghouse, and he wears a dog collar. But then Mickey's buddy is Goofy, who's also a dog, but he wears clothes and walks on 2 feet and doesn't live in a doghouse. Like, did anyone ever see some sort of issue when they were creating these characters?
That went over my head.
And then there's the duck, Donald Duck, or is it Daffy? Daffy's from something else. No, Daffy's like the...
Donald and Daffy.
No.
They both start with D.
Daffy is like whoever does like the Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, and that's a different series of something.
I don't know. I just think animation has gotten so sinister.
How do they choose which animals are the pet version of the animal, and which animal is just like...
I don't want to know.
Human-ish.
I don't want to know. It's very sinister.
All on drugs?
It's a sinister plot.
I think everything...
I'm putting that part of my life behind me.
All right. Okay.
When I was trapped in the basement watching a black and white television. And
you weren't trapped. You went
yes,
down there
I was.
On purpose.
No, I was under a brainwashing mind control program.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. The whole United States was.
Well.
Still is.
All right.
Okay. Moving right along. Want another, vocabulary word?
Okay.
Okay. I'm not quite sure how to say this one. But,
great. What, do you want to spell it to me?
Agalast.
It's either like a part of a boat or some geological formation.
You rhymed. Let's see. What did you do? You thought you rhymed with mast, last, agalast. And what was stalactite? Aga.
Right.
What made you like agalite? Agtite.
It seems agtite is not a word. It seems like some geological word.
Well, it is kind of like a fossil, but it's actually a person who never laughs. Is an agalast.
Wow.
He who laughs last.
Like on purpose, or they have
they laugh last.
They have like the inability to laugh.
I didn't go into
a person who
deep.
Like mentally will not laugh. Like,
well, what do you think?
Like
what do you think?
Or a person who has? Do you think there are people who can't laugh? Who can't laugh?
Who can't be like physiologically can't?
Right.
I think it's a deep psychological condition, not being able to laugh.
Well, because they say babies learn to laugh from seeing what humans laugh at, like right in their face. So what if no human laughed at anything? Would you not learn to laugh and you wouldn't know how to do it?
You know what? Babies can conduct orchestras. Have you ever seen those babies on Facebook that start to conduct spontaneously when they hear
have you seen all the babies,
Beethoven?
Like the little four, what are you called when you have 4 babies at once?
A group.
Is that quintuplets?
Oh.
No.
It's a party.
Quad.
They hug each other. That one? The hugging video? Where
they all have their little footy jammies on and they just keep hugging and going to the next one, hugging and hugging. It's so cute.
Hey,
is 4 quad or is 4 quint?
Quad.
Okay. Quint is 5.
Okay. Quint. Yeah.
What? You going to play music or something?
Yeah.
Hey, has anyone told us what we're doing for the Tunbridge Fair yet? Are we going to be at is that next week?
Oh my gosh. I have no idea.
Are we going to be
it's the
broadcasting
15th.
live
it's the weekend of the 15th.
Okay.
I have no idea.
I don't either, so somebody tell us.
That's right. My kids are coming home.
To go to the fair?
Yeah, to go to the fair. Isn't that exciting?
Wait, like grandbabies too?
No,
or different kids?
Not from Italy.
Not the Italy kids.
The closer ones.
Dang it. It'd be fun to take those grandbabies to the fair.
Well, eventually, I'm sure we will.
And you can sneak them junk food.
Okay.
All right, what are you playing?
Let's see. I'm going to play Last Days of Autumn. That's not quite correct, but it's close. Here we go.
Why do you do this to me?
Oh, interesting trick ending. That was Rick Sabalos.
Sabalos.
Yeah.
Is he also Greek?
He's in
Is that
Bristol.
a Greek-sounding name?
Boy.
I'm tricked into anything that ends with an O, sort of.
I don't know.
Like
I'll ask him.
Stykos.
Like Stykos? Stoikos? Stoic?
What does Stykos mean in Greek?
Stoic.
Really? Mm-hmm. For real?
From the Stoics.
Are you just saying that?
No.
Okay.
Stoikos.
What's Sabalis mean?
I don't know. I don't know. Hey, I figured out a new use for pizza by watching a video on
other than eating
Facebook.
My kids have a children's book where a granny made a really, really hard pizza, and they actually were able to take off their busted tire and put this hard-ass pizza on instead. So,
well,
I assume you have another use?
Yes. So this, I bet you saw this video, but don't preempt
give it away.
my
I probably
story.
didn't see it. I spent less time online this week.
It's like there are these security cameras on the outside of a pizza place, and you see this guy come out with the pizza, and there's two guys that suddenly appear, and they start fighting. They start like rolling around on the ground. They're punching each other. So the guy with the pizza, he looks at them and he goes right over with his pizza and he gets down and he says something to him to stop. And then before you know it, they're all having pizza together.
What?
So the pizza...
It's a peace offering.
The pizza stopped a fight. The pizza stopped a fight.
Pizza's powerful.
I think so.
I really love pizza. My mom never even had pizza until she was a teenager because it just wasn't like really a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Anywhere. Like people didn't have it here in Vermont for a long time.
We're Italian, so that's kind of different for us, our family.
There was some other food I think she said she had never had. Like it just hadn't really come into popularity in Vermont. I forgot what it was.
Huh, so Vermont came late to pizza is what you're implying.
Wicked late.
Interesting. Yeah. I wonder what the first pizza parlor might have been a Greek. Because the Greeks also...
Or maybe, New York style pizza too, like Sicilian pizza is very...
Yeah, we should find out who's the first
Vermont pizza
place.
Parlor.
I bet it was Burlington.
I'm sure it was someplace.
Or maybe Brattleboro.
But Mom, she grew up in little towns in Vermont, so they people just didn't have pizza. And
maybe
I think
Paul
she had
can
it for
find
the first
that
time
out
in
for
like
us.
high school or maybe even college, but I don't think it was that late. But she just said it was very rare. It wasn't like the way it is now where we can't think of something to make for dinner. It's totally going to be pizza.
Right. Hey, guess how many extra wood stoves I have that are broken that I don't use? How many?
I have one too.
No,
Let's see. Okay,
This is a competition.
You have one on your back porch.
Yep.
You have one on your front porch.
Yep.
And I've never actually seen you use the wood cook stove that's in the other half of your living room.
I'm not even going to count that one.
Well, why? I'm going to.
No, that doesn't count. That's not broken.
And
I use it.
I have not snooped around enough on your other floors to remember if I've seen another one up there. I'm going to go with the guess of 4.
6.
What?
I have one on the back porch, one on the front porch. I have one on the side of the front porch that was under plastic. You never saw it.
Oh.
I have 2 in the basement.
Oh, right. See, I've never been in your basement ever in my whole life.
And I got one in the studio.
Oh, I wasn't counting this.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You do have one in your
do.
studio. Oh, I've seen that one a lot of times.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to get somebody to come and just take them all. They're all broken.
How broken?
Broken enough. I don't know. If you knew what you're doing, you could probably fix them.
That's the problem with everything. I have so much stuff that could be so good if I just knew what I was doing, just a little bit in some area. And I never quite do, and it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
I fixed something this week.
What?
Well, this little piece of wood had curled up from moisture on my, what do you call my lintel? Is that a word? Lintel? Not lentil. Lintel.
That means like a mantelpiece,
window.
I think.
No, it's your window. Your
Are you
window
talking
has a
about
lintel.
A sill?
Yeah, kind of. It's some part in there.
I think a lintel does not mean that. I'm going to look it up.
Anyway, I used, you do that, but I used a clamp, and I used wood glue.
Yeah.
And I used a tricky system of leverage with another piece of wood, jockeyed into position just perfectly, closing the window, leveraging the power. Let's leverage the power this week.
Okay, I said it was a mantle, and you said it was like
lintel.
A windowsill. And it says lintel, noun, a horizontal support of timber, stone, concrete, or steel across the top of a door or a window.
Oh, the top.
Yeah.
The top. This was the bottom.
The structural horizontal block that spans a space or opening between 2 vertical supports. So we were both partially right.
Yeah, we're both together. We're right.
Yeah.
Because I like when we're right. Because I want to learn the easy way. But this world is not so much about that, unfortunately.
We have fake extra windowsills clamped into place in our kitchen so the cats can sit their big furry butts there to look out.
That's nice.
And the regular windowsill is not adequate enough for cats to sit on. So we also like to store plants and stuff there. So we have these other ones that we have clamps that are clamped to the little tiny windowsill underneath. You
can't have too many clamps.
No, we have a lot of clamps.
Right?
We were going to build a catio for our cats, but this was easier.
Catio?
Yeah, people make these little catios for them, like an enclosed cage outside of a door or window, so your cat can kind of go outside, but it can't get eaten by anything and it can't run away. And we were going to build one. But you live
in the country. Why don't
but
they go outside? Don't they?
Because they went outside last year, and the one that's really shy and skitsy, you can't catch him once he's outside. Oh. He turns into a different cat. He's terrified of everybody and everything. So if you try to put your hands on him, he just freaks out and he runs up a tree. The other one comes when he's called and will go right back inside. But we decided, since one is so hard to catch and often disappears for long amounts of time, we decided that they're going to be indoor cats because we have so many coyotes and fishers and things up there.
You know what you need?
What?
You need a cat lintel.
Well, that's kind of like what we have, but
lintel.
it's below the window.
I just made that up. Cat lintel. I like that.
Other people have whole cat shelves, like series of shelves around the tops of their rooms for cats to run around.
Oh, guess what I make? Talk about inventions. I came up with this great invention. I'm using a lot of fly strips right now at my place. Don't tell my Airbnb guests.
Okay.
They're all going to freak out when they get there. But so you hang the fly strip, and you want to get a little extra mileage, right, out of the fly strip, the one fly strip.
Yep.
So you take a banana peel, and you push pin the banana. I love your face. Your face.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was making a face.
You're kind of looking a little disgusted, but in a nice way.
All right.
And so you just put that banana peel and you hang it down below the.
You're making a very attractive mobile.
It's very attractive. I know I'm going to have to take it down when my guests arrive.
Is that just added attraction for the flies? Is that what you're doing it for?
Yeah, they go up there because they're interested in the banana peel.
Oh,
it's like
you're tricking.
Well, that's
isn't
not
the fly strip already like tasty or something to them? I mean, it's not just hanging there and they happen to randomly fly into it. It must attract them.
I'm just trying to address the ones. I'm trying to address the ones that refuse to go upwards where the other ones got stuck. Like there's some that are just hanging out down on the cutting surfaces, and I'm like, come on, guys, head up.
Yeah, you go where you're
head up.
Get into the fly strip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jeez. I got such big problems that these other problems.
My puppy keeps eating the solar lights. That's a huge problem because I am getting really sick of replacing them.
I've got solar lights to put in for this.
He really loves them.
Yeah, because we're doing Who's we? The royal we. Our wedding.
Oh, right, at your house.
It's happening in a couple of weeks.
Well, I will keep my dog away.
Yeah, Bill came over and brush hogged, and
nice.
I've had my little weed whacker scissors out. I have to go weed whacker with my, what do you call it when you use scissors as a weed whacker?
Snip.
Whizzers.
You're going to snip the perimeter?
Wizard scissors.
That's a lot of space.
Scissor whackers.
With a pair of scissors. That's like huge.
It is, but it's meditative. I'm telling you, because I can't meditate.
You're going to get carpal tunnel or something from this.
I'm a landscaper. If I don't have carpal tunnel now, I'm probably not getting it.
If you don't have carpal tunnel, probably a failure as a landscaper.
That may be true, but I have long endurance. Okay. I have very good endurance.
I don't like if I have to cut something with scissors for a long time and you get that dent in your finger. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I get a bump right here.
It's like my bone probably has a little divot.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that if you can't meditate, like you're not spiritual enough to meditate, I swear, I know this is like beating a dead horse, but get your scissors and go cut grass, people.
Such a waste of time. I want my damn.
You don't want to evolve.
I want my riding lawnmower. You don't care about mega fast. Everybody in my family yells at me because I have to do like 6 hours of mowing twice a week, and I crank that puppy up as fast as it can go, and I fly, and I do not care what I hit. I am meditating in my own way.
Okay, I accept that. You can add a motor into the mix. You can meditate with a motor.
I actually like a motor because it's white noise. I'm completely internalized into my own thoughts.
It just uses a lot of gas.
It does. But I could not possibly. It would take some kind of zen to be clipping like how many dozens and dozens of acres that I actually mow every week. You'd need to be independently wealthy, I think, to be able to do that. We have to go. Oh my God.
We have had such an amazing time here with everybody on 11th Hour Radio.
Thank you, sponsors and underwriters, which
thanks.
We haven't mentioned for a couple weeks. But
we'll get back to it, and we'll get back to it in full force. We'll say it like how many times we missed. We'll say it multiples of that.
Won't. No, we're not going to do that.
Well, sort of. We could say we're doing it and then not do it.
Oh, that sounds more like us.
I like that. Okay, so
what are we going to go out
on a song called Dreams. This is Spencer Lewis.
Nice. Everyone have a fabulous holiday weekend. Be safe and spread the love.
Spread the love.